Everyone, please welcome Chief Product Officer at Slack, Tamar Yehoshua.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our afternoon keynote session. So how did people enjoy the morning session? Serena Williams is really pretty amazing. So I recently joined Slack, and I've worked at many big companies, including Amazon, Intel, and Google. And for most of my career, I've worked on building products that make information accessible to everyone. And one of the things that I've found is that it's really hard to get people in an organization on the same page. So now I feel really lucky to be at Slack, where I can work on trying to solve that problem for everyone. I used to have a day filled with an overflowing inbox, buried emails, chasing down project status, using internal tools that I used not very frequently, so every time I had to relearn them. Have other people experienced this, anyone? Well, I found I spent too much of my time trying to bring people together and keep our teams agile and productive. But unlike many of you, I didn't use Slack. So I'm really happy that I do now. Slack has transformed the way I work. I'm more focused and productive, and the team is more engaged, and I'm honored and humbled to be here today to talk about it with all of you. 10 million daily active users from all across the globe, 150 countries, 500,000 developers. It's the people using Slack that make it so special. Since joining, I've met with many of our customers and have been amazed by their passion, their stories, and the variety of the ways that they use Slack. I've really been pretty blown away by it. And our research shows that 97% of customers surveyed say that Slack improves their collaboration and communication within their organization. All of you have built an incredible community, and I thank you for welcoming me into it. I have to say that it's been really fun to work on a product that you use every day, all day. And I see how it's changed how I process information and focus my work. When I joined, I started seeing Slack from a new perspective, how it's used to get people on the same page. So I'm going to give you a little peek into how we use Slack at Slack. So first, it's all about channels. At Slack, we use channels for everything, from HR processes to incident management to sales updates and to company culture, which for a new employee is one of the most fun channels to read. So we use a channel for really everything. So when I'm making an offer to a job candidate, we use a private channel where all of the salary information is, the feedback, the resume, and the approvals are done right there in the channel. Before I go to visit a customer, I look at the account channel for that customer, and I can get all the color and the context of what's going on with that customer without having to talk to a sales representative or somebody from customer support. And our Salesforce integration makes it easy to use a / command for the account to get all the latest information that I need on that account. How many users they are, who their account rep is, when they started using the product. And of course, we love feedback from all of you on Twitter. Sometimes it's really positive, and we call these love tweets. But sometimes there's quite a bit of room for improvement, and we call these very affectionately beef tweets. So when the customer experience team sees one of these suggestions, they put it into the channel called beef tweets, and then the product team will triage them, and a sub-team will take responsibility by using an emoji reaction. So for example, the lifecycle team's emoji is a sprout. So if there's a suggestion that the lifecycle team will take ownership. They'll put the sprout emoji there, and it's automatically routed to their channel where they'll work on the issue. But I think my favorite example is how we use channels for feature development. Every feature we develop has its own channel. This is where the engineers, product managers, designers, marketing come together to work on the feature. But it's also a public channel. So anybody in the company can take a look and see the latest mock-ups, the status, or engage in the discussion, which, believe me, they love to do. And so this is a way where we bring everyone together to work on the feature. And I've seen this have a really positive impact on how our teams are agile and productive and can bring the features to you faster. And icing on the cake, if there's a new teammate, all they have to do is read the channel, and they don't have to worry about forwarded emails or docs. Slack is where work happens. It's where teams discuss projects, share information, make decisions, and take action. So how do these things make Slack different? Well, channels make this possible. Today, many ways that we communicate are fragmented, whether it be email, text messages. We all have an array of different places that we need to look. And emails are only visible to us if they're explicitly sent or received by us. But in a channel in Slack, information is accessible to anyone. This shift from inboxes to channels is profound. Slack connects individuals and teams in a new way. It gives people easy access to information, to past and current conversations. Email-based communication is all about passing data back and forth between individuals, whereas channels is all about teams, as you could see with my earlier example about product development. But communication at work doesn't just happen between people. We need access to data and other workflows. A typical enterprise uses more than 1,000 cloud applications. These software tools fragment attention and make it harder for information to flow across an organization. So we want to do more and more to connect Slack to the critical tools behind every business, whether that's Microsoft, Google, Box, Dropbox, Zoom, or new products like Donut, Guru, and Troops. These applications are enhancing your businesses, and we want to make it much easier for you to get access to them. And we're seeing that over 90% of teams are using apps. At the same time, Slack also gives you access to information. Messages, files, data that live in apps, and all that you need for teams to be aligned. And to navigate that information, search is really key. Search is a central place to discover all the information when you need it. It also makes it easier for a new employee to come up to speed. On my first day at Slack, I used search to find the answer to a benefits question that had been answered before in the Help Benefits channel. We know how important Slack is for our users, so this year we launched a new search experience that's 70% faster, and our customers are putting more information than ever before into Slack, and with search, we're making sure that finding the right and most relevant information is as easy as possible. This centralized work environment is what allows us to achieve our mission, to make your work lives simpler, more pleasant, and more productive. We like to think of Slack as the heart of your organization. It connects people and lets information flow freely. With Slack, teams are more successful, organizations more efficient and productive. It inspires a sense of belonging and makes work more pleasant and fun. One thing I've noticed at Slack is that the employees really love emojis, as you can see by this post here. Emoji reactions help us connect to one another in a fun way and it's a really big part of our company culture. So imagine bringing this kind of profound change, the transformative effect of collaboration in channels, to bringing it to your work outside of your boundary, your company's boundaries. Today, we're announcing that shared channels this summer will be coming to open beta for our largest enterprise customers. Shared channels bridge your Slack community with someone else's. This means you'll no longer have to email with contractors or communicate with vendors on the phone. Instead, you start a shared channel with anyone you're working with inside or outside of your organization. That means every single Slack customer will be able to sign up to start collaborating across organizational boundaries in shared channels. And we're already seeing over 13,000 paid customers using shared channels, even though it's only in a limited beta. And shared channels have proved invaluable at Slack. Our workplace team uses shared channels to communicate with service providers for things like food and beverage and to design a new office. Our engineering team uses shared channels to communicate with our accessibility testing vendors to make sure that Slack works for everyone. And our IT team is using shared channels with service providers for tasks like ticket management. With shared channels, Slack isn't only at the heart of your company, but it's at the heart of your relationships with other companies. I look forward to seeing how this will enable work done across companies to be more agile and efficient. With all of these features, our goal is the same: to help your organization reach its full potential by changing the way we communicate to make your work lives simpler, more pleasant, and more productive.